More raptidons. They're all over the place out here. Man, I really like my pistols. I do just kind of wish that did a little bit more damage. Oh, die again, and again. All right, where's the last one? You.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Get shotgunned in the butt. Right, let's loot them. What's this? Ammo. Nothing super exciting. Don't really see a whole heck of a lot. All right, well, okay. Well, where are we going? Let's look at our map. Wait a second, is that inside the town? It's hard to tell because apparently I'm also near hostiles. But is that like just towards a wall or something? Oh, okay, yeah. So that is Stellar Bay. So that's weird that that's over there and it doesn't just show me the other ones, but I guess I'm technically closer to this entrance. What else do we have? Look for Tucker. Okay, that's there. That's back at the fishery. Okay. And these were all down in the south. So let's go to this one. I think that might be the easiest one to get to right away.
Anyone's inside. Who would like to die first?
I want to kill all these first before heading down there. And the reason why is because I want to try to find... Dude, that action is too brutal. You're not allowed to see it. They had to censor it with a box.
I'll take your confession now.
I want to try to find a workbench so I can repair my stuff. It's really kind of annoying that I can't. I don't know if it's that I can't or if I'm just misremembering how to repair all my crap. Because it'd be really nice if my weapon was not low durability. What is it currently at? 31%. Yeah, it could use some help. What other guns do I want to use here? That one. I mean, this one's okay. Or maybe it's way better than I thought it was. I thought it was like 200 DPS. What happened there? Let's try this against these guys. These guys are like poison though, so I don't know if it's gonna work. So. Oh, that's right. It's a machine pistol. Yeah. It only has technically three fire rates on it, or three instances of fire before it's out. Or is it 4? Maybe just shoot per. I don't know. Nope. Okay. Pick that up. And this goes back to Stellar Bay. All right, that's fine. I didn't see any workbenches or anything around here. Actually, didn't even see any other buildings that we could go into here. Normally, there's like a handful of them that you could go in and out. But from what it looks like, there ain't nada. Let's head up here real quick. See if there's anything on top, loot-wise. You never know. Sometimes there is. Oftentimes, there is not. We got nothing. Ain't nothing. Just another way around. Unless I'm gonna try it. Okay. No, I think we're just being silly. I don't think there's anything over there. Didn't look like it. You never know. You might end up finding a secret chest that way that has like a bunch of cool stuff in it, but it's rather unlikely. These guys are all super duper dead. Is this a shotgun? No, it's an assault rifle. I feel like if I really invest a bunch of points into pistols, then I will get a bunch out of that. But overall, yeah, it's a giant wall. I was not expecting that to be a wall. Overall, even if I, put some points into some other things, my pistol should still be my strongest. But if I do like full pistol, all of the rest of my points into pistols, just dump them in, get a bunch of extra damage, and then find a really good pistol, then we'll be rocking it. At this point, though, it kind of feels like that's a big green pool. Kind of feels like, we could do a bit more than what we're doing now.
Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. I'll take a toe off.
Good to know. So,
A fight on our hands.
where are they going? Oh no, Vicar, get out of my way. You nerds are always in my way. He's so fierce.
I am
Alright, he's dead. Let's get those. And let's get those. Go. Shoot him in the head. Multiple times. Over and over, unless his head moves like it just did. Ooh, I'm about to go down.
I smite you in the name of the law.
Pow. Again, too brutal to see. Grab those. Where did that body go? Where did he even go? Oh, he's like off over this way. All right, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. There was nothing in that bin. Did I loot both of these nerds? Oops. Mag pick. How far away are we? We're not that far. And in fact, I could just take a wee bit of a shortcut through probably the most dangerous bit of this entire planet. Wow, that's 402 DPS. I'm actually gonna try that. 3-shot burst. Okay, well that's rather similar to that one. How much damage was that? 660. That's 402. That's 220. But both of those are force weapons. I really need to utilize their system a bit better. What's that? That one's got stagger. Okay. Is that a Raptidon? It is. Oh, it's got like no recoil. Oh, I love this gun. That feels nice to use. It feels like I'm cheating. Or like I'm playing Doom. Oh man, Doom Eternal comes out soon too. I'm looking forward to that. This is the thing with FPS. You can have wildly different feeling games by simply having different kinds of feeling weapons in the games. You know, you look at Unreal Tournament or Quake or wow, I'm dead. He just shot me and I was not that low on health. I had like 3/4 health still. You know, you look at Doom, Quake, Unreal Tournament, stuff like that versus Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, stuff like that. It's a pretty big difference, those games.
Watch your feet.
Let's try this gun.
Don't just stink.
Hi there. Actually, let's try this one too. Where did he go? Is he still behind that barrier? This gun feels pretty good to use, honestly. The assault rifles are quite good. And that's what I mean. Like, you can feel like the gameplay changes pretty significantly just by changing weapons. Or having mechanics like, you know, say in Doom, they have the finisher. I don't remember what it's called. The glory kill, that's what it was. Glory kill mechanic where, you know, you're killing a bunch of things and suddenly you just like get a prompt to be able to jam your fist down a demon's throat and put a grenade in his mouth and he blows up. It's really cool. And that generates health and ammo, which keeps you going. I totally lost out on that pistol. It wasn't there anymore, unless it was over here. I don't think it was. Where was that body? Yeah. Whoa, Raptidons. Assault rifles feel really good to use. Acid effect, though. Maybe that was what it was. Actually, I think that's what killed us, is the fact that I have 25% additional acid damage. Let's heal Nyoka up. I wonder if that transfers. This shouldn't transfer to my companions. That would be kind of dumb if it did. Switch back to this gun. I do want to take these nerds out. I'm going to quick save here, so that way if I die again, it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, there's a mechanical. What was good against mechanical? It was the blue one. I have to keep that in mind. Do I actually have any weapon for them? It does not look like it. Oh, actually, this one is electrical. So if I start with this one, take out the people with it, because it's caustic, and then I switch to the electric one for the robot, that might be better. I should probably try that, actually. Let's do that. So we're going to go bam, bam, bam. Try to get into a better spot where I can actually hit him. What the heck? He just went flying. Go, Nyoka. Just blast him down.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
So cool. All right, so we got that guy down. All right, let's switch out. to, not quite the one that I wanted, but, you know, will kind of work. Yoka's super down. All right, this guy's got a flamethrower. I need to stay off his booty. He's coming right at me. Oh, man, that poison damage, really good.
May the law have mercy on you.
Shoot him in the butt. Oh, my side.
That's the last of them.
And that's why you don't swim if you've eaten recently. Yeah, I could have done that better. That one-liner better, but it is what it is. Like that. I knew that the mechanical was there, but I didn't see him. What's that thing? Is this going the right way? And I guess it is. There's some little town that we just walked by, and I ain't got no idea what it is. I should probably go look at it real quick just to check. The Bayside Terrace Ruins, huh? There's gonna be a quest here eventually. You would anticipate that. Let's pick up this and that. There's a plasma carbine, control armor. There's quite a bit of good stuff in here. Again, why isn't this all scavenged? If it's as bad as they say it is out here, you would think that the people who are just living out here would have scavenged all this long ago. Right. I picked up armor. 9. That is not good. None of this is super great. And also, you know, a significant amount of these weapons are also pretty okay. Yeah, we'll keep it as is. I think I am going to try to switch back and forth depending on the weapons. Like this weapon seems to work pretty good on creatures. Ooh, level up. Heck yeah, we're level 17, man. That's good. Ooh, what's that? Well, I don't know, so I'm not going to hit the button just yet. Let's level up. Do we want to go handguns? It would put us up to 70, which we would be 10 off from debuffed enemy critical chance, which would be good. I can get science up to 60. Corrosion damage plus 25%, and N-ray damage, which is the... I guess that's the green one. That's corrosion. N-ray would be... I'm not sure. Tinkering cost for science weapons is capped. Further reduction or reduce tinkering cost by 90%. My goodness. I get that to 50. Yeah. You get my lock picking up. See what's inside locked containers. Whew, it's really cool. I can get that to 55. 60 is okay. Sneak is pretty good. Those are, I think those are fine the way they are. I think what I want to do, oh, maybe I should actually get my defense up. Dodge would go up to 20, unlock the ability to leap forward. And perfect block just before you get hit to stagger your attacker, which I'm not going to worry about block. Dodge would be good. You know what? Let's just, we did it. We're committing. We're getting to 80. I'm sure I'm going to forget about that anyways. No perk points, because of course it is an odd level. Yeah, I'm not sure what that did. I don't think it did anything. I'll look around, but I honestly don't think it did anything. Let's look inside. Maybe, oh, there's a vendor. Actually, you know what? I think we could sell the vendors now, can't we? Yeah. So let's go in here. And this, whatever this weapon is, what kind of type of damage is it? Is stagger damage is just basic damage. Seem to work really well on the creatures. This is force. This is, oh no, that's the weapon type. The damage is burn, special effect burn, special effect stagger. That's a bleed. It's corrosion damage. Interesting. Okay. Damage type plasma. Okay, I can see it now. Damage type physical. So physical, plasma, corrosive, and shock. I think we got a pretty good spread in that case. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, hold our repair all equipped items. I gotta remember that. So let's add all of this stuff. Because while some of these are good, I'd rather just kind of sell them. Oh, you know what we should do? We should repair all the stuff we got. Make sure that we're going to have enough weapon parts and whatnot. But outside of that, you know, yeah, junk. We'll junk all this. I kind of want to keep the top at just because. And then, oh, I forgot I could put more consumables on this. Oh. Let's put a couple of those. So, and that'll just use that. I already have one of those. Yeah, I don't really got much else that I could use, do I? Kind of got rid of most of my consumables. We'll just leave that. And that should be okay enough to then hit this up and sell. Junk it all. Whew. And of course we get better buying prices here. What? Is there anything that I really would want to buy out of this? Wow, these pistols, jeez. That physical damage is really good. 352, man. It's strong. It's really strong. The armor's okay, though. Let's buy the mag picks. Whoops. Can I? Oh, there we go. Let's buy maximum. And let's buy bypass shunts. None of the rest of it. I think the rest of it is fine. Yeah, we'll just leave the rest. Okay. Ooh, what's the sign? Did I see the sign on my way here? That's really cool. I like that a lot. And am I able to even go in here? Sealed. So I don't know what that switch did. We're going to save after doing all that vending, and we just need to get like down over here in order to, of course, take out a bunch of stuff. Pick all that up. I picked some kind of weapon up there. Is there sprats? Bypass shunt. Actually, let's look at what that weapon was. Flamethrower, right? Yep. Plasma. See, I'm so infrequent with getting on this game to actually play it and record it that it's really, wow, I just immediately died. I tried to crouch and it was giving me issues there because I think I was up against something that was not letting me crouch. It's just one of those things. Like I play a lot of games on the channel, so when I get to play this, it's really quick to forget things unless you've been playing a game for, like in this case, like Divinity, where we've put a lot of time into Divinity. You tend to remember what happens on that, but with this, it's a little bit more difficult.
Have your back, Captain.
Bam. Okay. I don't know if these are actually good against this guy, so no, F. I don't know what she's shooting. Oh, she definitely got him. Is that his head? That is. Bam. Man. So cool. Okay. That. That tactical time dilation is pretty strong. I probably should be using it a lot more than I do. Let's loot all of this. Okay, so let's pop back over here because there were the sprat things and that flamethrower that I found. Loot that. Loot the bad meat and the bypass shunt. Oh no, I was on fire. I feel like the elemental damage is really cool, and I want to engage with it a lot more. And I think the game is starting to get difficult enough that I'm almost forced to learn what things are weak against. And I'm pretty sure that information is all on the journal. And maybe I should look into it because I think it'd be really cool to start learning it and then doing bunches of extra damage to things just because we know what it's weak against. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, Mantiqueen. Do I need to go in there or can I? Let's go in here. Is this a little town? I believe it might be. Oh, look at this. Look at you people.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
Who are the Iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
Okay, no problems. What about Raptidons or Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
Okay. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, I guess. There's something over there. I guess that's the way I gotta... Whoops. Nobody saw that. Ooh, what's this? Request list. Branson maintains a record of strange special equipment requests beyond the normal firearms, ammunition, and medicine that the Iconoclast burned through at an alarming rate. Most of his list is crossed out, but a few items haven't yet been fulfilled. Zora Force Melt Bright Gel may not actually exist. Graham, Descendant Hunter number 17, Huxley, Auntie Cleo's Wrapped Be Gone also may not exist, and Huxley also in any book on terminal repair, and Carl, Primary Glue Adhesive, or Primal Glue Adhesives.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
Hi, Bronson. Let's see what he's got for sale. He actually may have, like, a rather good weapon. That's okay. Just a couple, melee. He's got a lot of... Ooh, he's got cowboy hats. My goodness. I feel like I need to. Oh, wow. Full cranial helmet. 38 armor. Heavy construction gear, 38 armor. Vac helm, 14 armor. How much is that? I mean, it's 609. Like, come on. I feel like I really should buy those. Nightingale's Step decreases noise made while moving. Ranged weapon mod. You know what? Let's get that. And both of those modifications. Whew. He's got no mag picks, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have probably bought quite a few of them. Though I am tempted to buy me a cowboy hat. Let's see here. We got crazy good armor. Like really good armor. Oh, why does that look so cool? Oh, hell yeah. We look awesome. Nyoka, let's go to your armor. I feel like you could use a bit, right? Like 26 is good. 36 versus her 19. Yeah, that's also quite good. What does that look like on her? I kind of want to keep her in that. That's really cool. Now, hers is just, I think it's better to have the armor on her. Good old Vickers he's got some okay stuff. He could do a little bit better, and that's not good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to my inventory. Go ahead and add this stuff to junk. That's so cool. I really want to find a table. Here, let's talk to him a little bit.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Anything I can do to help you out?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there.
Okay, simple enough. I'll let you know when they're done.
I ought to tell you. Most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer.
I do.
We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
Probably. All right, where's the terminal?
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
Cool. And thanks. Alrighty. I guess I'll take a look at that. What's here? Got any good pistols? Got the vermin. I mean, not really. And their armor doesn't seem very solid, although that one is 33. Maybe I buy that helmet for... I mean, that's got +5 handguns. Does ours do anything like that? I wonder if it does. Except, I want to kind of hold off selling things to the guy before. Let's see if I get any special effects. No, I need to modify my stuff. I need to find a table.
You meditate today? If not,
Okay.
you should.
I feel like, is this a table that I can, a workbench? Nope. I need a workbench. Yo, Rose, do you know a workbench?
Good luck in all that you do.
Okay, whatever. You just don't want to talk to me. Oh, there's a workbench right in front of me.
The Iconoclasts are loyal folk.
Okay, let's see here. First off, let's go ahead and just repair. Except, did that count for those two? No, it did not. I'll just do those individually. That's pretty good pulse hammer. I'm gonna look at it compared to their weapons, but I want to tinker here because I want to tinker with my armor. That thing is so cool. How do I tinker? Yes, it will add 2 there. And I can tinker this. I'll add another 2. I can keep tinkering, huh? I mean, the bits cost isn't really that high. I mean, we can get this sucker up past 50. That's so cool. All right, modify. Let's modify our armor. Install mod. Physical armor rating. We'll get toughened. And these as well. Now I can't install anymore, can I? Oh, I can install these. Dodge skills, leadership skills. I haven't really done much of this, so I like this a lot. Ranged weapon skills, +5. Heck yeah. Backpack. Oh, did I go over my toughened kit? I did. I see. So it killed one of my. I get it. I get it. Interactable highlight range, reduced footsteps, or you know what? I think the scanner is pretty cool. So let's do that. I don't have any gadget stuff, so I guess we'll just kind of end that. Let's modify. Which weapons am I using? That's the problem. I'm not quite sure. I think I've modified all of the weapons I am currently using. Yeah. Can I tinker with my pistols? I really like the vermin. So let's add 8 damage to it. I mean, for 37 bits, it's like worth it to tinker all of my stuff. You know what I mean? That's now at 726. 240. I like this weapon a lot. I like the way it feels. And can I modify that rifle? Currently don't have any mags, so let's increase magazine size. Bam.
Treat them right, they'll do the same.
I feel like we just increased our power pretty significantly. Around here, some dude in my way.
Robinson ain't gonna take strip screws.
Is there anything back here? No, look, I tried. Tried to look. There ain't nothing though. Ooh. Just nobody's gonna miss that. It's just a random heavy machine gun. That was nobody's anyways, right? Oh, hi there. That's a random computer. Can I use it? Dear diaries, due to external damage, this device can no longer store more than 4 logs. Please contact, blah, 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 blah. Repair the terminal storage device. Stored capacity increased. Logs prior to the most recent 4 entries are unretrievable, but new entries may now be saved. Okay, dear diary, Graham taught me how to meditate today. You close your eyes and you breathe in real deep and try not to cough. Then you just listen to yourself. You know how sometimes you'll be hiding from a mantiqueen and you're trying to be so quiet that you can focus real hard on your breathing and you can hear your heartbeat and you think how you can, this mantiqueen. Oh, right, I see. I'm adding an extra U there because of my dyslexia. And you think, how can this mantiqueen not even hear me? And all of a sudden you have to sneeze and it reminds you of that time when you were coming back with a delivery and you were putting it on Zora's table. You sneezed and it slipped and a bunch of things broke. Meditating is like that. Only you're supposed to think that these things on purpose. Graham calls it, I don't remember what he calls it. Rekka something. He says it's your own eternal truth bubbling up to the surface, and the things you remember are what you're supposed to focus on and try to improve. When we meditated, I mostly remembered that sitting on rocks hurts. Maybe I'm supposed to toughen up my tailbone. Okay. Oops, I wanted to keep reading those. Number 2, Zora is really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she can be such a biatch. I was supposed to get some info from her, from Cascadia, but I couldn't find a way over without going through Marauders. So I gave up and stopped in at Fallbrook to pick up some supplies instead. While I was there, Chastity dropped in for a few games of Whist. She's so cool. She's always playing games like that. When I lose bits, I get really upset. I don't have much merch. Or I don't have much. So losing what I have, it hurts, you know. But Chastity can drop 1,000 on a single game and she's fine. Well, sometimes she drinks a bit and slams the table and storms out, but still. Mostly she's cool about it, and I admire that. Anyway, when I got back, Zora yelled at me because I was a little late. Something about medicine not getting here fast enough. Sigh. Graham just said to try not to lose track of time on my next run, and I promised I would. See, that's how you teach someone. Don't gotta yell and make them feel bad. Today, Zora gave me permission to buy ammunition from Bronson. I don't think I want to, but she said I should just in case. But guns are really loud. I'd rather just run away than shoot one. Still, I'm kind of proud. Zora said it was like a promotion or something. I found in the wilderness. Something I found in the wilderness. Gotcha. I think it's a code for a door, but I'm not sure why it's important. Can't even get near the place without getting attacked. I asked her what a promotion is, and she smiled in a really sad way and told me I shouldn't worry about it. This will be my last entry. Sorry, diary. You've been a good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday, and someone smashed it while I was out, and now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus, he says I should stop coming into the house right when he's not around. Whoever smashed this poor terminal, if you're reading this, suck sulfur. Well done. Maybe we'll come in and there'll be more stuff on that. I can't even unlock that yet. Kind of wish I could, honestly. People in here. All right, let's go look around a little bit more. Hello, guy. Hello, more people. Stuff there. Is this a guy? It's a guy looting.
I'm gonna lose my lunch.
Just gutting a raptidon. All right, let's close that door, please. Bracelet. Ooh, examine. Current patients. Ezekiel, manti-infested. Manti-infested. Tried antibiotics, no effect. Alcohol poisoning, no effect. Acid drip, no effect. Current status no longer with us. Ronnie, fractured ankle, left. Current status, splinted, reset, recovering. Ivers, multiple bullet wounds, chest, arm, right, and right leg. Current status, no longer bleeding out, but a couple shells still remain. Recovery unlikely. And Milson, acid burns, face, left hand, left arm. Current status, ointments, gauze, and a lot of booze. Right, I am just gonna go ahead and take all that stuff. You know how it is. Me just being me. Hello, nerds. Well, hey, you know, hopefully they all pull through. This place is kind of sad, actually. Gives you a sense of, like,
How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
it's rough out here. Nothing there. Ooh, a bar. Okay. Hey, you know where you can find a lot of information?
As you were.
Not this bar, apparently. Apparently not. Let's go upstairs.
A manta queen.
Yeah. Felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Hi, Zora.
Hey.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
What do you teach?
The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
I'm just looking for ways to help the people here. I want to know more about your teachings. Tell me about the Iconoclast or Iconoclast. I'm looking for ways to help.
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Okay, printing press on Monarch?
Oh, yes. Many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck. Will you aid us in our cause?
I guess.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
Okay. MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store.
Okay.
Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Well, that's to be expected. Also, we have to go back to that person anyways. Huxley, the runner from the northern ruins, I helped her get out of there.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf.
Where's the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
Okay. All right. I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Well then, sure. Okay. I get high capacity cartridges, get the printing press rollers. All right, we can do all that. Let's not steal all of their stuff, but we will use the terminal. I've organized into 3 categories: Iconoclast, the Halcyon Company, and the Universe. Access files on Halcyon Colony. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Board lies. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasps on power. Without the Earth Directorate military, or the Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. Their lies become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. The oppression must end. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying philosophist text. Not teachings, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is that what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No. Their workers' minds are poisoned, their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear their entire regime down. The dangers of a corporate society. Ooh, wow, this is a long one. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me, that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now, I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measured, quantifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers, and provide motivation, meaning. Yet, my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial unit. The corporations claim that they are that familial unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and if they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obliged familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who demand a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives until the day we die and are processed, burned, and filed away as another tick on a human resources paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so we have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. Sanjar and the betrayal of his truth. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now, I'm not so sure. Recently, I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. Cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I had hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy should the day come when the metal of our spirits clash against one another. That empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay, celebrates the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to the inevitable fall. Tragic. I like the philosophical ramblings that are going on here because, throughout the entire game, we've had the whole thing with the board and these people who are basically mind controlled into working for these people. And there's a clash, like right on that first planet. The clash is that they have basically been forgotten. The salt tuna factory is not producing enough, and therefore they're not useful to the company anymore. And those people who are out in the middle of nowhere, just kind of living their life, are actually making a life worse for the people who are still mind washed or brainwashed into that process. And in bringing those people back in and hoping that they kind of disseminate their thoughts and philosophies on the other people there so that they finally break free and then just become their own little state, then leaving them out in the wilderness doesn't do anything, and bringing them back does. So that's one of the reasons why we did that. But it's just interesting to see the contrast here. So access files on Iconoclast. Personal thoughts regarding Zora. For someone who is so committed to the Iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sways her decisions more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. Teaching notes. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped through on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time, thus we wear the masks until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitted and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. Shifting priorities. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I'm happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute their reading material. I wonder if that old printing press may be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as an editor in a publication, only this time of my own control and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a command or a comma. I put them where they belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. Then access files on the universe. Influential drift. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day, I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confessed to know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stressed that I didn't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later, Zora reported the strangest thing. Stories of a marauder with a canid follower. I don't know if it had been cited here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless, wild imagination. I wonder if she had told other people, and if word had spread of the possibility until it wriggled its way into the mind of a marauder somewhere. Ideas are insidious. Even if a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony. Poisoned as they are against the eternal truth, if we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. The suppression of truth. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic consciousness. It can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve. We overcome our urge for the better of our species. Someday our minds will be more open to this idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. Oops. And that's it. It's an interesting little look into the mind of this man that we're about to do a mission for. He's not a bad guy. He just has a conviction. He has a belief. He is passionate about these ideas that he has, and I think that is really quite cool to see. It is a well-written character, and I would say that this entire game is quite well-written overall. And having a well-written character in a clever game means more than having a boring, written-out story that is very thought through. And I think that they have done a very good job so far of giving us characters that we can care about and that are just interesting.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again.
I found your terminal. Fixed it up for you.
What, oh, in Milton's place?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Me and my diary have got some catching up to do.
I should give me more bits. Ha ha ha, I knew she had more. You made it back.
Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up.
How are you holding up?
Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax.
Without the kicking, I assume.
Huh? Why?
Your leg?
Oh, ha! You're funny.
How'd you hurt your leg?
I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray, Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up back good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your Iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks.
Right. How long are you going to be out of commission?
Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
All right. Sorry to hear that. See you around, Huxley. It's cool. You know, I really enjoy this game. I feel like there's so much going on in it. But there's a lot to love. Especially when it comes to the writing. I think the writing is freaking phenomenal. And I'm looking forward to, you know, diving in a little deeper and seeing what else is going on. Like, I still got to find this terminal. I still got to do all these other things. I just really, really enjoy the hell out of all of this.